don't really matter because when this is your vision, like you can't count on nobody else. Like they're not gonna take it as serious as you do.
It's true.
Like I could lose all of this tomorrow, and it's like it'll hurt me more. Like they'll be hurt because they can't come here and chill no more, whatever the case may be. But it's like for me, like this is all I got. So I gotta make it work regardless.
And how old are you?
31.
So, Mark Clark, who are you on a soul level?
Soul level, a human being. Who am I on a soul level? Marvin Gaye? Let me ask that question. James Brown.
What?
What's a soul level? How do you define that?
Under everything material and like third dimensional, like who are you? Like what are the things that make you you?
Oh, quiet, shy, reserved, peaceful, I guess. Weird.
Okay. So is there anything that's happened in the past or that's happening right now that has like really contributed to who you are?
I guess everything that since 1987, I think everything has contributed to the point where I am now. I think one of the biggest things would probably be like music, wrestling, and art. Like probably are the biggest contributors of my life. Like the stuff that I grew up on.
Okay, so for people who don't know who you are, like, do you play music? Do you do art? Like, how does that connect with who you are?
Currently, no, not anymore. When I was 12, I started doing music, and when I was 12, I started doing music up until I was about 25, and then I kind of started like managing people who make music, and then and managing people who make art. So maybe a year and a half after I got into that, I opened up an art gallery. So that's how, and then I kind of brought music and art together, doing different events and stuff. So now they both are like, I live off of them. I make a living.
Okay. So I'm going to give you 3 different categories, and I want you to tell me what's the most important to you and what's least important to you, and you can mix and match them if you want to.
Okay.
So the first category is love, sex, and relationships. The next category is society, culture, and politics. And the third is spirituality and or religion, because that doesn't always go hand in hand. So in your life, what comes first?
So rank the categories.
Yeah, or you can break them up if you thought that like something...
What was number 2 again?
Society, culture, and politics. But those are 3 different things, so all of those things are anything in between.
And what was 3?
Spirituality and or religion.
I would say 1, 3, 2.
Okay, so love, sex, relationships is first.
Yeah, and then religion, etc. Not that I really subscribe to a like specific religion, or like I would say like I don't, and then 2, I don't really subscribe to like politics. So that's kind of why they're last, but yeah.
Okay, so love, sex, and relationships was first. Why?
I would say. So is it love like I love a person? Or just love?
Yeah, however you see it.
I'm putting it like this. I love life, love sex, I love being single. I haven't been in a relationship in 4 years, so I mean, but I feel like those are like kind of like important factors to like human interaction and human nature. So, and I don't, like I said, I'm not really into politics or religion, but they do exist. I do talk about them, but I'm not really like a member of this religion and don't really care or know or get into a lot of political stuff.
So as far as your spirituality goes, since you're not in a religion, like what do you believe in? Like what do you?
I'm kind of all over the place. I believe in the universe, but it's like, what? It's like, yeah, there's something bigger, but what is it exactly? Like I don't.
Right.
I think like thinking of God or whatever as a person like you, like calling him or her is like weird. Like I think it's way bigger than that. And I feel like it's something bigger, but like, what is it? I just go by, oh, the universe this, the universe that, or there could be different gods. Like, I just feel like one God isn't dictating or looking over everybody. I feel like that's why it's a lot of people. So I feel like there's like different gods. Like on my podcast, we was like, there could be different gods for different sections of each city. Like, all right, there's one God looking over this group of people, another God looking over this group of people. So, who knows?
Right? Who knows? What about, so you said politics, you don't get into it, but like what are your thoughts on like society and politics today? Like where do you stand?
I feel like politics is like trash. It's just another thing that they got people wrapped up in. It doesn't really mean anything because the government's gonna do what they want anyway. I feel like people put a lot of time and effort into that, like, oh, the president did this, like he's one person and he's a puppet to the government. Like, I just feel like it's just another way to divide people and shit like that. Like, the government's gonna do what they want. They always have, always will. Like, and enough of us don't come together as a people to overthrow that. So it's like, I mean, that's a joke.
Okay. So I'm gonna get you to draw. And I want you to pick colors that represent you as a person, that represent your life, the things that make you happy, the things that piss you off, just like all the colors you can connect with. And then I want you to tell me why you picked the colors you picked.
Tell you why I picked these colors.
Yeah, one by one.
Red is my favorite.
Hold them up so the camera can see. Okay, so you got the two reds.
I thought I picked black. Black is also my favorite. Like, I would like to wear black every day if I could.
Same.
All day, every day. But black, my two favorite colors. Green because of money. And I just like more dark colors, so there's no really particular reason. Brown skin.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. So just draw for the rest of the interview, and then at the end, I'm gonna get you to like show everybody what you drew. It doesn't matter if you finish or not. And I'm just gonna keep asking you questions. Okay. So the first question: what makes you the most upset? Like, what really pisses you off?
I guess people who show up to my place of business unannounced. Yeah, like they think it's a chill spot, so they just want to come and be nosy and whatnot, or just hang around. Like, you're not making me no money, so people just come in here and think it's a chill spot, and then like they're turning on lights and just chilling. It's not your house.
All right.
So that's one thing. Liars. Yeah, it ain't much. Liars. People who don't work hard enough. Like, if they're on my team and they're like just always chilling, but also complaining about not having money, but also not doing anything to change that. So yeah.
Okay.
Simple shit. I'm simple.
Okay, so what makes you happy? Like, what excites you more than anything?
Being my own boss. Like, I'm free. Freer than I've ever been, so being able to wake up and do whatever I want every day. Pretty amazing.
So can you talk a little bit about how you got to this point? Like, were you ever working a 9 to 5?
Yeah, I've worked jobs since I was probably 15, 16. Probably had about 30 or more jobs, so. Yeah, my last job was at Mercedes-Benz. And then I left there and became my own boss 4 years ago.
Okay. Did you just save your money and like plan, or were you just like, all right, I'm done with this, I'm just gonna jump out there?
Put a 2-week notice in and left after that. No plan, no nothing. I just had a space and I had just turned it into an art gallery, so I was like, and then I just didn't feel like I had the time to do both, so
Right.
I didn't want to. I always want to be my own boss, so here I am.
Okay. Make a face that explains you. Like, if you were a facial expression, what would it be? What does that mean?
It means nothing. Like, I feel like that's what I do when I'm taking pictures or just joking around, being a fool. That or this.
What's that? Just like, what are you talking about, face?
Yeah, like just squinting or shut up, something.
Okay. What's your favorite song right now?
Right now,
Or songs, if you can't pick one.
I got so many, but Drip Too Hard.
Still?
About Gunning Little Baby. Yeah, I can't think of nothing like current. My memory's so bad, but that's one. Some old shit. Bang Bang, just because I'm looking at the wall. Bang Bang by Capone and Noriega. YG, Big and Back Bamboo. Foxy Brown. Lil Nana, Lil Kim, No Time. Picking favorite songs.
You're the only one that
People
can cheat
on the
because
wall.
you have all of these artists on the wall.
Yeah.
Okay. Explain to me.
Master P make him say, Silk the Shock and then my fault. All right.
It's a good song.
Gangsta's Paradise, cool, yeah. All right.
Explain to me what social media is to you. Like, what do you think about it?
It's crazy as fuck. But it's crazy as fuck. It's like information overload. I just tweeted that yesterday or some shit, but it's just a lot. It's a lot. And I feel like more so for me because I run and have access to like 8 different Instagram accounts, 3 different Twitters, 2 different Facebooks. You know what I mean? So
It's too much.
it's too much, and
Yeah.
that's like my main source of income. Like that's how I get paid and get the word out. So yeah, it's definitely a lot, too much, but I love that shit. I feel like some people can't handle it. It doesn't stress me out enough, and I don't ever need to like take social media breaks. But I mean, I just gotta divide my time up between all of them. But,
Okay.
yeah, it's amazing, like what the fuck, the power that they have, and how it has all of us connected, and all of that. But you just gotta use it correctly.
Okay. Do you have a 5-year plan?
Not really. I really go year by year. Like I wanna next year, like the next year that's coming up, and the next year after that, I just like make yearly plans. Like, all right, I want to make $1 million next year. I want to move here next year, whatever. But I would say within 5 years, shit, I want to have at least 2 galleries open in different cities and be a multi-millionaire. Have multiple properties, maybe have multiple properties on each coast, like as far as living, but I don't know. I kind of just want to travel and maybe just at one place and just travel everywhere, or just live on the road and just live in each city and go to. But yeah, no real plans. I don't know. I don't plan too far in advance. It's just like, all right, I want to do this soon. Like, I want to do this next year. Nothing like, I don't know. I think far, but I don't like write it down like, all right, I'm going to do this by this date in 2022.
Mm.
Yeah, I feel like I do more in a day than most people do in a year. So, yeah.
So what's a day like in your life since you say that?
Every day is different. Every day is random. Like, for example, today I had another video situation earlier with somebody at around noon, but before then I was listening to podcasts, cleaning up, and doing shit on these different Twitter accounts, doing shit on different Instagram accounts. I met with an artist around 2 o'clock, and then more social media stuff. Also, and another day could be, all right, I gotta go pick up flyers, business cards from the guy who prints my stuff at the harbor. Walk over there, do that, get something to eat. Might gotta design somebody's flyer. Every day I gotta design 1 to 10 flyers for the events that we have, because I do all of that. So yeah, I could be designing our stuff, designing somebody else's stuff, cleaning up the gallery, hanging up shit. It's a lot. Like having your own physical space, and having your own physical space as far as business, and just having to do it all by yourself for the most part.
How big is your team?
It's about 6 to 7 people, but I'm the only one without. Me and my creative director are the only ones who don't work full-time jobs. So like, somebody else might have their own business, somebody else might work a full-time job or whatever. Like, so they're like part-time. So you kind of just see them when you see them. And some of the rest of the team might live out of state. Like my marketing director, who kind of like handles a lot of the more businessy stuff that I don't like doing, emails and all the wordy shit. Like she's in Texas, and then she just moved there, and she has a job shooting videos, so she's busy like doing that. So don't really matter, because when this is your vision, like you can't count on nobody else. Like they're not gonna take it as serious as you do.
It's true.
Like I could lose all of this tomorrow, and it's like it'll hurt me more. Like they'll be hurt because they can't come here and chill no more, whatever the case may be. But it's like for me, like this is all I got. So I gotta make it work regardless.
Right. Share an embarrassing moment.
Probably just like getting locked up. Like even like the first time I didn't really do nothing wrong, but like just having to getting locked up, and like having to put your mother through that. But then also probably the biggest dumbest thing, getting caught with weed when I was working at Taco Bell. The weed, I was about to make a big sale, so I had like all the weed in my pocket, jars, bags, etc. And it fell out my pocket as I was getting out the car. And my mother called, she was dropping me off at work, so that was dumb as shit. Yeah. That's probably the biggest one.
Okay. What don't you want to tell people but know you should share because it could help someone else?
Depending on what you do, you don't gotta go through you don't have to wait around and you don't gotta wait around for like to do all of this, to go through all this governmental shit, you know, to start your business and get it going and start making money. Like, just do it. Depending on what you do, like especially for creative people, like you don't gotta go the 100% legal route to say, oh, I own my own business. I feel like once you get the government involved in your business, it's no longer yours. So you don't own your own business because you got an LLC or you did this or that. Like, I feel like you're now partnered with the government and you guys are co-owners of your business. You just had the idea, but now you've kind of licensed it and you're giving money that you make to the government, etc. Like, yeah, I don't know. I just feel like America is just such a fucking scam. They want you to pay for everything. Marriage is a scam. Just so much bullshit. But yeah, as far as the business goes, like depending on what you're doing, especially as a creative, like don't sit around not doing nothing because you can't afford to do certain legal aspects of your business. Like get started, make some money. Like you only live once. Like don't let that shit hold you back. That's what they want. Like they don't want you to get started because they price shit so high. Like just go ahead.
Why do you think marriage is a scam?
The shit. Marriage. I feel like from the legal aspect, if you love somebody, like why should I have to go get a license and pay? I mean, I understand like the different deductions and whatever taxes and shit that you can get off, but it's just like if you love somebody, so now it's y'all two plus the government. Like it's just y'all are now in it. Just like business, but now it's y'all. It's three of y'all, the government, and then the person that you love and you. So you got a license, and then y'all can't even legally be separated or divorced until you pay all this money. You gotta get lawyers involved and shit, all because you love somebody. Like I'd want to just have a wedding and do what we do. Like I just feel like everything's a fucking joke.
Okay.
Rings and it's just all this money. Like once you involve money into a lot of shit, it's just alright, so it's a business now.
What is your relationship with money?
I don't have enough of it. So it's a love-hate relationship. I don't love money. It does wonders when you have a good amount of it, but it's like I feel like it's a fake. It's another like just it's a piece of paper that you use to control us. So I mean, but it's the way of the world. It's stupid, it's dumb, but we gotta live by these certain rules while we're here. I don't have enough of it. More of it would be great, but I don't let it control me. Like, and I don't judge people for like not having a certain amount of it or whatever. Most people like oh, you're broke or like no, it's a government thing that's like just put here for us to kind of put people in classes, and I mean I don't know, that's a weird thing, but love-hate relationship with it.
Okay.
Give me some more universe, I can use it.
Manifest more money. What's the craziest thing you've ever seen?
I always say, I saw somebody get shot. Like, I saw somebody ride up on a bike and shoot somebody.
Did the person die?
I don't think so.
So you didn't know
not right there on the spot. I was like a block over and there was like two people fighting, and then somebody rode up on a bike and shot one of them and rolled off. But yeah, and I guess another thing, somebody shot my. While I was driving, somebody shot my back window out. When I was like 2006. So. Probably seen other shit, but that's like my go-to.
That's crazy.
And seeing people sleep outside, like with roaches and rats and shit, like that's literally like what I see every. I mean, I could go out there and see that every day. It's a white guy up the street who that block is his own, and then there's a guy across the street that little section. It's a bench where he has all his luggage and shit. That's his home. So like seeing shit like that, it's crazy, but I'm used to it. But like, I hate roaches and shit inside. I hate seeing them outside, but like sleeping on the concrete with them, like running around and crawling on you, it's wild. So that's some shit.
What are you self-conscious about?
I guess myself, how I look when I go out. I'm ugly. So. Yeah, just myself, my appearance, and how my business looks to other people when they come in. But that's pretty much the main things.
Okay.
All that.
Do you look up to anyone?
No. I didn't have anybody to look up to when I was younger. So, I mean, it used to be like, when I wanted to be a rapper, I used to like rappers like Jay-Z, 50 Cent, and all that, Diddy. But, I mean, they're still like idols of mine. But I never really had no personal people to look up to who just kind of like look up to them to not want to be like them. Like I had people at work who I didn't want to be like. So I mean, the only person personally who I would say is my cousin Michael. He's like dope, like the dopest oldest person I know in my family who's done shit other than do drugs, whatnot. That's about it.
Okay. Open-ended question, what's missing?
Money.
Okay.
That's missing. Yeah. Money and my emotions. Sometimes. Most times.
Okay, and last question. All of the electricity goes out, but all the phones and the computers and the TVs have like PSA, public service announcement, and then it's your face. So what are you gonna say to the world? If everyone can see your face.
It's a private my face, like, hey guys, now what? Like,
Right.
like, some of y'all knew this was coming, like y'all didn't believe it. I don't know, I'm gonna just be talking shit, cause like, go to your, just, at that point, what do you, like, loot, steal shit, survive, like, I mean,
Loot.
it might not come, it might not, the power may not come back on, so.
You don't have anything.
Survive.
Okay, outside of that scenario,
Good
what
luck.
do you want to say to the world?
Good luck, it's lit, have fun, you only live once. That's it. Like, they can't, I can't promote nothing. You can't use nothing. Just survive, I guess, at that point. Be kind. Yeah.
Is that the same thing you have to say to the world, like right now?
Right
Without
now,
the world ending?
No. Come together about nothing. 805 East Baltimore Street. Events every weekend. Book us for your sipping pants. I don't know.
Thank you for...
I'm gonna have a brain fart if it's happening, like if I'm just broadcasting on everything. I want to like recite like a rap lyric or something. Like that's what I probably do if that happens. How long do I have? Like when it happens? How long am I on that screen?
For like 2 minutes.
I say a lot in 2 minutes, so.
Yeah, you can say a ton in 2 minutes.
Yeah, so I just say a lot of shit. But I don't know. Because I'll probably just end up doing it like this. But sorry, y'all. Sorry I couldn't be more exciting. Peace and blessings.
Show everybody what you drew.
Nothing. Just writing just some shit that I see on the wall. Whatever.
Can you sign it?
Sign it.
Thank you for doing this.
You're welcome. This is Millie in the Flesh. Yes, in the flesh.